All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Cold Cast presentation. I'm your casting host, Beef. With me is Sender from Team Internet Gangsters. We're bringing you continued coverage of Dreamhack Summer 2013. Our sixth group stage match coming at you right now as stayGreen International takes on Impunity from the Southeast Asian region. Sender, we got another hell of a match on our hands.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see if Impunity has what it takes to topple the Giants of Han, or the Giant of Han, which is stayGreen. You know, Impunity have had quite a shaky day, but I know that they have it in them to take a win here. They just need to play their best, and maybe stayGreen don't play their best, but time will tell.
Yeah, and we will have to see if they can do it. But right now, we're going to take a look at where it all starts in the drafting phase. Legion team choosing to ban out Tundra and Lodestone, whereas the Hellborn team going with the junglers here of Ophelia and Keeper of the Forest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think A team is gonna let Ophelia through. I mean, we saw it earlier today, but I don't think A team again is gonna let Jesse get Ophelia. There's just no way it's gonna happen.
It's a disaster if it does.
It's not gonna happen. And then Swindle Millins decides to ban Tundra Lodestone. Tundra Bird, that bird is so hard to deal with, and Lodestone is Lodestone. He does like over 1,000 magical damage at level 7, something like that.
It's pretty brutal. It's the great equalizer when he does hit that level 7 mark. Doesn't matter how the CS situation went in lane. Doesn't matter if he's 2 levels behind your opposing team. If they don't have steam boots and some mystic vestments or something, like, they're gonna die. Even with the vestments, you just need them raw life.
You need to have like steam boots and like a mighty blade.
Yeah, something to keep you alive. But we will not be seeing him this time. Taking a look at the bans, though. Really carry central with the bans. Moon Queen, Warbeast, Artillery, Wild Soul Fade, and Scout all being removed. So a couple of possible suicides and a lot of carry potential removed.
I mean, they banned 3 Keizu heroes, to be honest. Look at those bans.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of disagree with the Wild Soul ban. I feel like stayGreen hasn't really made the Wild Soul work as they used to in the past, and I would be more afraid of let's Engineer in Z-Freak's hands than say I am a Wild Soul in the hands of Keizu.
And not to mention Engineer and Master of Arms left on the board here. Valuing a hero like Wretched Hag over Master of Arms, certainly a little bit questionable in my book, but already I would say that the Master Drafter Swindle Millins is in a great position with this team. Already a really, really strong support, followed by the incredible versatility of Master of Arms. He's going to have his 3rd pick coming out right now, and I mean, he's going to be able to draft this however he wants it. Imp has really just played right into his hands.
Let's see. So he's most likely going to go for the first pick on Tempest and then pick a stunner, so he needs a suicide hero here. So maybe something like Pharaoh. I'm not quite sure what is. I mean, he could even try to get a suicide hero out of the lock pool and go for something like Torturer now if he wanted. That could work.
Yeah, could go for Bubbles.
Oh, there's also Bubbles. Yeah. Okay, actually, it's probably Bubbles then.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the case. Yes, there it is. So SG going with the Turtle for the suicide, or perhaps for the short if they do end up running some kind of an aggro tri-lane, something like that. Impunity, on the other hand, they've got a support themselves, and then have got a short lane solo, most likely in Wretched Hag. What do you think they're going to be going for with this last pick for them?
I'm pretty sure they have their support, and personally, I'd like to see the Suicide Wretched Hag this game, not in general, but this game, because I really don't want to see the Bubbles versus Hag matchup. I like it more in favor of the Bubbles plus, so I'd honestly rather see them pick like some sort of physical DPS carry right now. It'd be it a range hero or a melee hero such as the Predator. I don't think Magebane. I kind of think Predator would have been a better pick here, or like and something else. But Magebane could work. But he's gonna have a rough start, I think.
Yeah, and there's so much lockdown already with the silence from Bubbles. The charge shot just point stun Master of Arms. The point stun of Glacial Blast now on Tempest, Elemental Void, and then of course something like the Kelp Field and the Energy Field that are both just going to lock him the hell down with another silence on Engineer's Energy Field. I don't know. I feel like this Mage Bane is going to have a really hard time unless he tanks up.
They have to put the dual lane in the short lane, I feel. They have to get Mage Bane the total free farm. I think he has to go like Cleaver, like before Boots even.
Yeah, like Red Boots Cleaver maybe.
Because to take a fight as this Mage Bane this game, he's gonna need you have to go Cleaver the farm, so he's gonna need a Shrunken Head to fight. And then once he gets Shrunken Head, he needs Agi items so he doesn't die to this Deadwood. So he's gonna need like 3 or 4 items just to take a team fight.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna he has to not die before that team fight, so he can actually get to that point in the game.
It's got to be pretty absurd, and I can already hear it. I don't even have it open, but over at twitch.tv/Team stayGreen, they're streaming the Skype end of stayGreen, and I'm sure Swindlemullins is saying, what the hell did they do with this draft? Like, Swindlemullins could not possibly be happier with the draft right now. Going with his signature hero of Deadwood, they've got the Engineer, considered top support in the game, the Slicks, one of the top solos, Tempest, one of the top junglers, and then Bubbles, just a perfect suicide hero. He probably couldn't be happier with this lineup.
I mean, Predator would have been amazing here. Dealing with these heroes that focus on minus armor. And what does Predator do? He gets tons of armor with the Demonic Breastplate. He gets like 25, 30 armor.
Yeah.
Pretty standard. So it would have been quite better, but they got the Mage Bane. So we'll just have to see how it pans out.
And we will have to see. Right now, 4 players going to be making their way down for the Homeborn team. Parasite's not going to contribute anything to this fight. Neither is Wretched Hag. Nothing more than auto attacks. But Rowley, Pyromancer, they've both got stuns. Deadwood, he's got that Oak Bolt for a slow. But really just going to be the Master of Arms and the Engineer that are going to be able to put up the majority. Bubble's already falling back, so SG feeling they've done what they needed to do here.
I even think they should have pulled the Mage Bane another set of regen if he's going to be 1v1 versus this Bubbles, because Bubbles is bringing it like 300 regen to the lane where Mage Bane's only bringing 200. But, 200 will probably be enough till he get his Ring of Health.
Yeah, of course, with that hatch, it should be able to CS over Bubbles pretty effectively. But Keizu is one of the best suicide players in the business, knows exactly how to actually damage the hero while still maintaining his CS. And we will see. I mean, I'm going to hit that number 5 that's going to bring up the damage charts probably 3 minutes in here. And I anticipate that we're going to see Bubbles at about 30 to 35% of the damage done in the game at that point.
So they're running the aggressive tri-lane Parasite, and also the note, it's not Shuyu playing it, which is what it's normally been, at least on the jungler role. I don't know if maybe he just doesn't play the Parasite on the team, so that could be another possibility.
Yeah, Impunity definitely moving their players around quite a bit. Of course, back in Orange, Shuyu did play the support, and then he was playing jungler, and now he's back to playing hard support, so lots and lots of rotation, but Parasite will engage with Tempest right now. Actually, Parasite's just going to go ahead and take a ton of damage. And Chessie is going to walk him out of here. Going to drop a Glacial Blast on him. And Master of Arms is going to come over. Forked Lightning will connect. Chessie wanted to get the body block off. Parasite is actually probably going to die when the next Forked Lightning comes up here in 5 seconds. Chessie's still trying to edge him out. This is like a slow speed chase, man. Somebody's trying to get the body blocks. Glacial Blast into the charge shot. The autos are there, and Parasite will go down. So a long chase, but it pays off with the Bloodlust.
But does it? I mean, like,
maybe not.
Maybe they would have been better just letting him go, to be honest. Like, Tempest could have been farming. MOA is missing CS in the middle lane.
I think as soon as MOA committed with that first Forked Lightning, they had to get the kill. Like, otherwise they would have been further behind.
I'm just saying it could have maybe been in their best interest to just let him leave. But, in the end, they did get first blood. And the Parasite's going to have a really rough start.
Yeah, Parasite is going to have a very, very rough time. Going to be stacking some Skeleton Kings right now. Bottom lane, though, initiation going to be coming in. Z-Freaks connects. The rally push gets Pyromancer away. Activates a health potion. And then will just back on up. He got some pretty easy farm here in the bottom lane, sitting at level 3 already. And now the Engineer has rotated back over to do the babysitting thing. He should continue to have pretty good farm with that strong Oak Bolt.
So Mage Bane's not having the start he want. It's not a bad start, but I mean personally, I'd like to see him doing a little bit better. You know, he got two sets of regen pull or one set of regen pulled. He's only at 11 CS. He's a couple creeps from his ring of health, so if he can get that, he should be able to zone out the bubbles.
Yeah, as long as Keizu doesn't put out more damage and that ring of health works, something that we see sometimes in like the bubbles silhouette matchup is silhouette will get that early life tube, and then she won't fly out any more regen, so she'll just be sitting there at 40% life constantly. And as soon as bubbles hits level 5 or level 6, she just turns on the juice, kicks it up a notch, and kills silhouette because she didn't respect the bubbles. And that's definitely something that can happen here with Mage Bane as well. So 3 minutes in, gonna hit that damage chart. Bubbles up there at 21% right now. Expect that to go up even more over the next minute or so.
And Keizu did decide not to get shelter or take cover, and you know, I think it's a good decision here. He wants to be able to get the opportunity to kill the Mage Bane if it ever rises, and you know, when he gets level 5, he might actually have an opportunity once he levels up his orb again.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. That is a good choice. No projectiles to dodge. It might come back to bite him if Parasite does come over for a gank before he hits level probably 8. Oh, Keizu's actually going to take a lot of mana burn damage
Yeah,
here.
he burned a shell without even harassing the Mage Bane, so now Mage Bane just gets a blink on him, burn a lot of mana. Kind of a misplay, but he'll be okay.
Yeah, definitely a bit. Deadwood going hard on Rally up here in the bottom lane. Looks like he will just fall back.
Mage Bane decided to get boots before a Ring of Health, so he's gonna have to ferry out more regen for sure. They don't even have a flying courier, so right now he's gonna be forced out of lane, to be honest.
Yeah, and I don't like that decision at all. I mean, he's gonna be able to put the harassment onto Bubbles once he does get regen, but at this point he could be still CSing and not having to worry about that regen as much, and then get boots in, say, another minute from now, and then be able to put the harassment out there.
If he wanted to do this, he should have bought Iron Shield with his first 300 gold,
agreed.
and then ferried out a health potion, then got the boots and the steam boots.
Oh, bottom lane, Pyromancer throwing in the autos. Rally is going to have to fall back. Deadwood and Engineer are there. Keg going to go out, finishes off Pyromancer. Rally going to escape for now. Tempest not going to be able to close the distance. Will choose to back up. If he had had boots, it could have been another story, but Chessie, still waiting on those Nikes.
Yeah, I usually don't get those till about like level, 6 minutes in probably. Chessie is honestly a little bit slower with his jungle this game. Usually you would expect him to be 6 by now, but it's not like he's doing bad by any means, just not his normal standard, I would say.
Yeah, it's it's always fun to criticize Chessie in his jungle because he's just, you know, known by everyone as the best jungler in the game. And so sometimes he won't have perfect jungles, and we're like, well, I don't know, Chessie's in pretty bad shape. Keizu gonna go down up top. Miss Air just really laying in the auto there at the end. Lady Ricardo.
So it was just a Wild Hunter last hit, or with the.
He didn't even use the leech. He just came with the on the hunt crit attack and hit him for like 70 damage.
I'm actually really surprised that was able to happen because I mean, Mage Bane was at like 300 HP last I checked without any regen.
Yeah, he got the life tube though after getting a few last hits off the creeps. He had burnt a little bit of Keizu's mana. Keizu used a shell surf. Mage Bane blinked on top of Keizu, burned the last of his mana, and then mana rifted him into oblivion, and then, well, the Wild Hunter last hit it.
Oh, in this middle lane we might see action, but the blink is on cooldown. Will he go?
Yeah, they're definitely going right here. Shell Surf comes in from Keizu, though, with the Kelp field, the counter bait. Keizu is going to get the kill right here. The Hag Backblast does go off. Are they going to be able to finish off Parasite? Parasite wants the leech. No take cover from Keizu because he doesn't have it skilled. That's what I'm talking about with the projectile from Parasite. That's what you need to take cover for. So Keizu does go down.
So at least they did get the return kill on the bubbles. You know, Hag was actually doing pretty decent in the lane. He was just a little bit like 20 gold per minute behind, but since Keizu ported mid, it forced reaction out of the Tempest in the top lane, which is definitely not where he wants to be farming right now.
Yeah, going to be hanging out there. He is forcing MageBane a little bit out
However,
of
they might
lane.
get a kill here if MageBane overextends.
Yeah, there's the Glacial Blast into the Elemental Void immediately. That was kind of a preemptive
Might live.
silence, but no.
Yeah, Keizu kind of... I mean, maybe he was like, there's no way we're not getting this kill, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like he should have waited in anyways.
Yeah, it's you don't want to get too cocky there.
Then again, it's a 1 second silence, so it doesn't matter. Like, you don't want to time it. It's going to be hard to time a 1 second silence, so never mind. He made the right play.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Deadwood does get a Rotten Grasp in the bottom lane. 2 autos into the Willowmaker. A third auto, Oak Bolt. Not going to have the damage to finish off Rally, but it will send Rally packing. And SG going to be able to push down the tower top. No response. And yeah, nothing. Wretched Hag, no TP. It's a free tower.
Yep, it's dead. However, this will leave MageBane with a total free farm in this lane. He'll be able to static it until he can get his cleaver up. They just need to get a lane ward for him. So there are some positives, but, you know, it's still a free tower kill, not what you want to see happen.
What that means for you viewers at home is we'll check in with MageBane in about 14 minutes because he's going to be doing the exact same thing for the entire duration there.
But that's only if they get this lane ward, because right now he's actually pretty exposed without vision.
He's in some trouble. Shell Surf into the Song of the Sea. Kelpfield is there. Glacial Blast as well. MageBane will break the Kelpfield and does go down. So, okay, we won't be checking in 14 minutes. He's dead.
However, the Tempest might go down here.
Yeah,
or the
absolutely.
Bubbles.
Either one. Pyro is only level 3. Oh, Shell Surf just used. Bubbles could be in a lot of trouble. Parasite going to come in from the back. Pyromancer will show first. And they're trying to actually bait a TP from Tempest.
Stun.
There's the Dragonfire. It will catch him.
Oh, it barely hit.
Phoenix Wave. Down he goes. So, well placed by Shuyu. And Shuyu is one of your favorite players, isn't he, Sender?
Yeah. I like him a lot. He's he's really mechanically skilled, nice guy. He's also knows English pretty well for some of the ex-RNG sports players.
Pretty nice guy indeed. He always has been in my experience as well. Charge shot disjointed by Kiddo on Wretched Hag. As if that had hit, Bubbles would have surely followed up with the Shell Surf Song of the Sea combo, and Kiddo would most likely have been digging his own grave.
This MageBane still needs a lane ward top. It's still really risky to farm. Like, he has 663 HP. So, okay, he's gonna go for Vanguard, or he's going to go Helm of the Black Legion. So at this point, like Rune Cleaver is out of. You cannot go that item. I don't think because he needs a Shrunken Head to team fight, and I don't really think you can go Rune Cleaver this late because it's just gonna slow that down way too far into the game.
Yeah, that Helm of the Black Legion pickup is. Questionable, perhaps. Engineer going to be completely caught out of position. Will use the keg and is going to get a nice turret down here, but Wretched Hag going to go on up. Defensive Master's Call going to be applied, and a hasted Master of Arms comes in. There's the charge shot. Autos in the Forked Lightning, so Z-Freak, he's a master baiter.
Did he not have an opportunity to use the Seismic Slam? Or was he just being greedy?
He actually compelled straight through Z-Freak, and Z-Freak had a nice keg. Oh, Elemental Void going to catch Parasite here in the middle lane. There's the delayed silence. The Kelpfield is there. Auto attacks as well, but it will finish off Parasite. Chessie going to go down with the Seismic Slam and Elemental Void. Or excuse me,
some kind of bad communication there. They really, I think they could have got both heroes if they had just had MageBane say go on the Tempest and the other two heroes go on the Bubbles. But at least they got one return kill out of it.
And the tower deny is great as well.
Sure.
Talking about that engineer once again, though, it was actually a really, really nice keg. It was an overshoot on the Compel from Rally, and then a nice keg propelling engineer in the opposite direction from Z-Freak. So it didn't stun the Rally, but it actually just put about another 600 unit distance in between the two. Rally wasn't able to get that Seismic Slam. So well played by Z-Freak, getting the bait off, and they do get the return kill there, as well as one in middle. But 11 minutes in, major resource advantage here for SG.
Yeah, and you know the thing that's I had is the gold on Swindle Villains. He's at 1,800 gold. He'll have a portal key in the next creep wave if no one ganks him in that time. And if he gets that portal key, it's gonna change the whole dynamic of this game. He'll be able to get so many solo kills, probably on every hero but Rally and maybe Magebane if he has with assistance.
Oh man, I was just watching Magebane actually up top in that static farm lane, and he just missed 3 CS, and I was like,
oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it's not great. Currently sitting at 60 CS.
I mean, that's a steam boost. He would have. I mean, he's gonna have it in another creep kill, but you'd have it now.
Yeah.
And you would like to see him get vestments as soon as possible.
Oh, absolutely. With the Steam Boots, Mystic Vestments, and a Helm of the Black Legion, he will be pretty tanky. I'm not going to say he's impervious to the damage of this Legion team, but pretty tanky. There's the portal key pickup on Deadwood that you were referencing, though. And he's going to go look for some kills as soon as he gets some mana.
Is he freaking trouble?
I think he is.
He'll be fine.
Nope.
No. Engineer Field's pretty good at escaping, especially in that kind of tree line.
Yeah, in a tight space like that. With a turret, yeah, you're going to be okay. He is out of mana, though, and burns a 90-second cooldown, so he'll fall back. Deadwood TP'd up to the top lane and does have enough mana for a full combo, but not going to choose to use it just yet. Now, Chessie has to be very careful in the bottom lane. He's going to put a lot of pressure onto this tower, and Wretched Hag's probably going to blink in and drop a haunt directly on Chessie's face, and then 2 TPs are going to come in, and they're going to try to run him down. Who might they get TPs from? Possibly from Rally. Go Fortification.
Like
and there's the 2 TPs. Wretched Hag is not going to go for the haunt immediately. Magebane does come in. It still hasn't gotten the haunt off. The TP support is not coming in from stayGreen, and Chessie will try to get out of here. Will TP on out, and no, man, Rift finishes him off. So, sloppy, but
good gank. Yeah, Beef, sorry, I cut you off there.
It could have been a whole lot cleaner, and I feel like they could have gotten that deny.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the tower deny. If you're gonna put so many resources into if you're gonna send your carry to go kill a hero, you should, get as much as you can out of it.
Swindleblons and stayGreen going to be stealing some creeps. Oh, Kelpfield catches Misair on Parasite, and the Willowmaker finishes him off. Shell Surf and Engineer's Keg both going to be a little bit overkill, but hey, a kill's a kill.
And Magebane's like, I want to do Ancients, but JK I can't, so unless he gets some assistance from his team. Oh, in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Wretched Hag really wants the last hit on this tower, and will get it with the assistance of a catapult. Then blinks into the tree line, grabs a TP, and she's right on out of there, so at least making something happen. They might be able to take a second one here mid as well, as Magebane is tanking this tower quite a bit with some illusions as well. But Tempest has an Elemental Void available. There's the Elemental Void. Going to be used only on Rally. Rotten Grasp is in there as well. And the autos finish him off. They're going to go for this courier kill. This courier is pretty dang dead. Maybe they want the heroes instead. I'm a sucker for couriers, though. Pyromancer turns it around with the Dragonfire Phoenix Wave. But will go down eventually. I don't know. I think that courier would have been more worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, because you get the wards and counter wards.
Yep. It would have been 300 gold plus an additional 400 gold that they would have to spend to rebuy another one, plus the wards. Like, it would have been like a 1,200 gold swing.
However, because Pyromancer is dead, it is a free tower in the middle lane. Like, absolutely free.
It's kind of true, because Magebane is going to go in here. The Kelpfield is going to be used. Mana Rift not going to do a whole lot. Magebane gets compelled out right here. Oh, a huge cat going to be going in. Magebane will fall. Deadwood going to be trying to get away, but no, gets a blazing strike to the face. Rally trying to get out of there, but he is very, very slowed. Dragonfire going to connect to one. It looks like both teams will fall back. Actually, Wretched Hag is here with an Invis. Going to connect onto Engineer. Sonar Scream going to be used, and she blinks forward. Wants this Bubbles, maybe. Bubbles just a little bit too mobile with that shell surf, although she's still going to apply the chase. Grabs the haunt. Sonar Scream is there as well. The auto attack damage is going to be going out, but Bubbles has another shell surf here in 5 seconds. Oh, nice body block. The leech is going to be there. Bubbles goes with the silence, and the shell surf might not be enough. Sonar Scream and a nice chase from Wretched Hag.
Yeah, you know, they lost their mage bane, but they did get a couple return kills. What was it? 3 kills, but Slicks was farming in the meantime. And the gold difference really stayed about the same there, so it could have been worse, but mage bane's still struggling at 285 GPM. He's not really going anywhere. He's headed towards a firebrand, but it's...
And they get the kill on the Shuyu as well. That Deadwood, like you said, getting those solo picks.
And we have Raleigh finishing his Helm of the Black Legion, but it's going to help him stay alive, and he probably really won't be a target, so that's good for him. But his team is still in trouble.
Yeah, with the double Helm of the Black Legion, they're getting pretty tanky. Magemane did pick up another Fleet Feet here, so we'll likely be going for the Firebrand as the next follow-up item. And what do you think about that?
Parasite dropped his boots.
Wait, what?
Okay, there they are.
Okay, got him.
I thought he pulled a panty on us for a second.
Oh no. Panty, why?
I was like, did he sell his boots so we could buy Codex?
Did Missair just drop his boots on the ground? No, but Sender, what do you think about this Firebrand coming out from Magemane?
Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. He could go Dawnbringer because there's really no need to go. I mean, Dawnbringer would help him farm, where Geobane would help him in the team fights and do damage with his mana burn. So, like I said though earlier, I don't think he could go Cleaver this game. It's just it'd be too late, and then it'd be too late of a Shrunken Head. So it's probably a good pickup. I'm just not sure which route he's gonna go with it, and he still needs vestments. He might have lived in the last team fight with vestments.
Well, it's a distinct possibility. With that Geometry's Bane, he will be able to purge the silence off himself from Bubbles as well.
True.
So that'll help a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, and you can kill Inji Field easier, so that's probably the right course of action.
Yeah.
But he's still going to be farming very slowly.
Yeah, with no farming item, you will farm pretty dang slow. Slick's going to TP out of the top lane as Engineer in some trouble in the middle. He does go down. Deadwood looking for a kill himself. Oh, Seismic Slam going to connect onto Keizu. Keizu drops to a Mana Rift. So a 2-for-0 trade in favor of the Hellborn team. But Tempest gets a free tower in the bottom lane. Huh. Interesting.
I mean, they still came out on top. You know, they lowered the gold gap a little bit. The experience gap lowered it quite a bit. Magebane got some necessary gold. It's going to help him get his Firebrand. And, you know, this is kind of what you need to do when you go these items on Magebane.
Wretched Hag is absolutely done. That was just a case of Wretched Hag getting a little too greedy. She went back for the last hit on the creep, and Deadwood absolutely guesstimated guessed the right location with that Rotten Grasp. Lands it, Willowmaker, and the offensive master's call for the fast auto attacks. And Kiddo's down.
You know, to be honest, I probably would have liked to seen Sackstone on Hag, but I kind of get what he feels like he needs the Shrunken Head, which he might. You know, you're dealing with Engineer and Bubbles at the same time. He's kind of in a tough situation to be in. There's like 3 heroes in the Legion team that are really good against Hag. Because he needs 2 defensive items, and he still doesn't really have anything that increases his damage.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna be working on a damage item eventually, but that time not gonna be too soon as she's working for those defensive items. So you still like to see that Sackstone next, though?
I mean, I don't... Like, okay, so he has Shrunken Head now. He needs the armor to not die to Deadwood. To be effective, he needs armor. So it's kind of a hard call to make. It's like, do you get armor so you don't get instant killed by Deadwood, but you won't really have like any additional damage outside your magic? So I'm not quite sure which route he should go.
Yeah, well, Wretched Hag does hit kind of hard just naturally.
I mean,
a little bit.
Not 100 is okay, but it's mostly just getting like multiple screams off in a team fight. That's where your damage comes from. So.
Yeah.
Probably Sackstone is the route to go, so he can just get like 2 or 3 screams in a team fight.
We tried for another kill here in the bottom lane, but Rally just a little bit too perceptive, backing up at the right time and dodging that rotten grasp. So Deadwood not able to get another pick. Tail to tape though, 22 minutes into this game, 23 hero kills. stayGreen leading 3 at 13 to 10 with a 7,500 gold lead and 4,000 experience above Impunity. And Wretched Hag definitely sitting all right with that shrunken head, and Parasite on the Codex as well. But other than that, they still don't have a lot of damage.
One thing to note though, for Impunity's sake, like the gold lead and experience lead has been fluctuating a little bit, but it's not like going out of control. Like 7,000 gold lead, it hurts, but it's not like game ending. And Magebane's farm is starting to pick up a little bit. You know, he's at 355. If he can pick up a little bit more, get some more farm, you know, they could definitely come out with the win in this game.
Yeah, it's one big team fight could actually completely turn this resource lead around and make it so that Magebane all of a sudden is at 420 gold per minute and Master of Arms is back down to 430 or something. So,
and Slicks is going the Geobane, I would assume. I really doubt he's going Nullstone. He almost goes the same items every game. It's just I would expect him to go usually goes Firebrand over.
Oh, bottom lane, Wretched Hag gonna get the blink out and not going for a TP. Is she crazy? What is she doing?
What is she doing?
Waiting for.
They could be fighting top right now, 4v5.
Kiddo is taking forever though. Top lane, and there's the silence onto Engineer. The Codex is used as well. Shrunken head from Chessie. He wants the Elemental Void. Parasite gonna go down to a Shell Serve, and Elemental Void not gonna be burned. Wretched Hag. Kiddo is here. Deadwood's making his way back up. Magebane gonna blink backward. That was their opportunity.
Oh, that was such a big opportunity, and now instead they just lost 3,000. Like SG just gained 3,000 gold and 2,000 experience for nothing.
Yeah, forced the Shrunken Head use from Wretched Hag and then forced her to TP out while Parasite went full YOLO on Engineer and died. I don't know. That was really sloppy. I was
they
right
really
there
wanted
with
to
you.
fight it.
I was right there with you that they should have been fighting that.
Yeah, just some lack of communication. And is he gonna fall here? Yeah, he's dead.
Yep. Kiddo will go down to to Tempest. Tempest and Pyromancer were trying to get a kill at the Ancients, but instead stayGreen cleans those up. And just like that, the resource lead has started to open up a little bit more.
Some mistakes from Impunity has increased the resource gap a little bit in SG's favor. And Magebane is nearing on the Geobane. You know, Magebane can do quite a bit of damage with the Geobane up. You know, if he can burn a hero's mana. But the problem, in my eyes, is will he be allowed to do that, or will he just get CC'd?
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to get CC'd. Bubble's not going to go for the kelp field up top. He was making a run for it, but Rally just a little bit too fast in this case.
Oh, bottom lane. He's going for it.
They definitely want Magebane. Magebane will blink.
Ooh, if they were on the same page, Swindle, Millens, and Slicks, I'm pretty sure they would have got the kill. Swindle wasted about a whole second of the Master's Call blue buff, not seeing that kill right away.
Middle lane, Chessie, no portal key. Hag is going to go up. The haunt is applied, but Rally is not pursuing this kill. He's a little bit too afraid with no vision and nobody on the map.
I mean, you're not really going to kill him. Like, best case scenario, you force out a Shrunken Head charge, or worst case scenario, like, you overextend into a death. It's not like he has a Blink Dagger to make this stun happen without him reacting.
Yeah, that stun would have been pretty forecasted, and there could be an engagement in the top river. Engineer not going to go down immediately. Offensive Master's Call is going to be used. There's the turret as well. Energy field even going to be dropped. So the Bearded Brothers there just really getting out of dodge with so many cooldowns.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. You know, one missed compel made Engineer live, and if he died, that would have been a bound eye. It would have been a tier 1 tower. That would have been a decent swing in their favor. They would have had a little bit more map control with the bound eye. But just one missed compel, and then makes a big difference, but the game will go on.
Unfortunate. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Wretched Hag burnt a Shrunken Head charge, and that could come back to bite her right now as Bubbles is kind of hanging out over here, but Hag does blink back and TP on out. Bubbles going to go try to investigate, but he'll quickly find out that she is gone. Oh, middle lane, Rally going to take a charge shot here. On top of the Acid Bomb, Keg not going to connect. stayGreen will fall back after missing that spell. And Magebane coming in here will pop the Geobane very quickly. And, oh, there's the Compel. This is what they were looking for on the Tempest, but a nice charge shot, making sure that he is not going to be able to get that Mana Rift off. Magebane will have to fall back. Rally has a Compel in 4 seconds. Nice dodge and a great use of the Hatchet to get out of there. Gonna have to compel himself into a safe spot. Not gonna happen though. Deafening Roar comes in. There's the Shell Surf. No Song of the Sea just yet. Rally likely gonna go down. Down goes Pyromancer to a Willowmaker. And with 2 players in the penalty box, there's a power play for SG. They're gonna try to make something happen.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely be able to get a lot of damage on this base tower. They'll probably back off once the heroes respawn, but you know, they're gonna probably actually get the base tower unless... No, they don't have a buyback on the Pyro.
Yeah, Rally forced his buyback already. Magebane going to Geobane and Illusion in. But SG saying, hey, we got the tower, we forced the buyback. We do not need to commit to this any more so than we already did.
They also have 3,500 gold on Swindle Melons, and they want to make sure they spend their money first. So you know, the next play will probably be like Kongor, or maybe they just want to push, but I would just expect do a Kongor fight, or just take a free Kongor.
They're going to try for Chessie right here. Shrunken Head is available, and he will use it. Has an Elemental Void. No, not going to have the Elemental Void now. Chessie is going to die right here, most likely. A push stick is going to be used. There's the Mana Rift, and Chessie does go down, so this should be a free tower. Yeah, Magebane just going to walk on up. Swindlemelons, meanwhile, going to get a kill into Pyromancer deep into the middle lane. Just nearly in the opposing team's base, but with a Willowmaker down and Tempest dead, this should be another free tower.
Not necessarily, because you have Deadwood pressure in the middle racks. They have to port back.
Oh, well. You're correct. It's almost like you know a little bit more about the game than I do sometimes, Sender.
Perhaps, but
just a little bit.
You know, look at the warding situation on the Hellborn side. They have no vision right now on the map, which I think because the wards had just gone down as Pyro died. You know, it's not really his fault. Just, you know, it happens. Sometimes you die when wards rotate down. It's not that you haven't bought wards. It's just that you haven't had a chance to place them.
stayGreen continuing to play well so far in this tournament. And are they, I believe they're at 3-0 currently.
Yeah, and at this rate they're going to be to 4-0. But, you know, game's not over yet. Quite a bit of game to be played. Just Impunity have a small hole to dig themselves out of. You know, if Hack can finish this Sheepstick, it'll be quite a big step in the right direction. Give them quite a bit of lockdown that they need to take some fights and pick some heroes off.
Oh, I was just looking at the schedule there for just 1 second, verifying that they were at 3-0. And stayGreen has 5 games here on the first day. Only 2 tomorrow before entering the championship bracket. So that's kind of interesting. They'll be able to rest up a little bit more. But like you said, game's not over.
But it looks like they want to press the issue. They feel they don't need a Kongor. They just want to keep going.
Well, with no tower here, I might be inclined to agree with them. You pump that Geobane, and this Melee Racks will drop quite quickly. The Energizer already being used, and Engineer going to be using Bound Die to try to get a little bit of counter warding action going on. Acid Bomb as well as Charge Shot going to drop. There's a Rotten Grasp. Just going to clear out the creep wave. And there's a lot of creeps coming up here. This is a lot of tanking potential. Not committing to this Rax just yet. They want to slow push it.
I mean, Slicks is probably pretty safe to just go hit the Rax, because if they commit to him, they have Silence, they have one tablet, and then they have the Blink BKB Tempest ultimate. So, you know, if they commit to say killing Slicks, he'll be able to get an easy 3 or 4 man ultimate probably.
Oof, Compel is used right there. And with that cooldown down, that might be what SG needs. They're probably going crazy on Skype right now, saying just take the racks, just take the racks. They can't do anything about it. And, well, sure enough, they can't. Charge Shot going to be used inside of the Acid Bomb once more. Pyromancer are just throwing out Aaron Phoenix waves, and they're
They
not going
really want to
anywhere.
fight.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Slicks is really low on mana, though. I mean, he's not going to have enough mana to use all three of his spells plus the Geometer's Bane here.
Yeah, I mean,
Compel misses, though. That's bad. Acid Bomb. Elemental Void on 2 in the back with the Silence. Shell Surf going to be used. And the Kelpfield. Parasite goes down along with Rally and Pyromancer. Mage Pin gets destroyed. GG well played are called as Kiddo, the only one to survive, heads back to the well. And stayGreen advances to 4-0 in the group stages. I mean, nobody saw this one coming. stayGreen continuing to look very dominant.
I mean, to be fair though, I don't think they've played two of their toughest opponents yet, so
Yes.
they're still the clear favorites, but it's not like they're out of the woods. They still have some tough matches ahead.
Yeah, I think their last match of the day is going to be against, is it VDT?
Not sure.
Yeah, their last match of the day is going to be against VDT, and then they open up tomorrow with Complexity, followed by stayGreen EU later on. So only two matchups tomorrow for stayGreen, but very, very tough matchups for them.
Yeah, the two toughest matchups of the group stage, so we'll just I'm sure they have what it takes to win, of course, but you know, just don't get too cocky, you know. They could still lose.
Oh, absolutely a possibility, but right now they do advance up with 4-0. Impunity, unfortunately, going to fall to 0-3, and that's definitely a little worse than I was expecting out of this. Excuse me, the Singaporean team.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they've lost like games they shouldn't lose, but you would kind of I mean, it's not like they've lost matches they should win like 100%, but it's still not the start you wanted. I'm sure they would have liked to take in a game or two off of some opponents by now, but you know, they can still make a comeback. They can just go 5-3 and still get into the winner brackets, I believe.
Yeah, I think it
Or
might
4-3, I mean. Sorry.
It might still be possible. Now, it's worth noting that, of course, two of their losses have been to stayGreen and stayGreen EU. So you definitely kind of expect those, perhaps, two of the top three teams in the world at this point. And Impunity coming off of some roster changes and a ringer. They're definitely not in top form right now. But guys, taking a look once more at our upcoming matches. Sender, I think everybody at home is going to like our next one right here. We are going to go into stayGreen EU versus Myth Trust S2Y. I think this is probably one of our best matches of day one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. You know, Myth Trust started pretty strong in the day when they played against stayGreen. You know, they went pretty long in the game with like pretty even stats. So we'll just have to wait and see if they can play as well as they did against the international SG team and make a run for the money of SGEU, or if they'll crumble to the pressure.
Well, we will have to see indeed. Guys, that match is going to be coming up here in about 35 minutes right here on Colecast, so make sure to stay tuned. In the meantime, make sure to head over to honcast.com and check out the match that they've got going on right now. It looks like they do have Myth S2Y versus VDT going on, unless that's a replay. I can't really tell from the very, very small box that I have open right now. But, of course, make sure to check those out. And, of course, all of our other community streams on Twitch covering the Dreamhack Summer 2013 tournament. And, of course, head over to gosugamers.net/Han for all of your up-to-date coverage through Gosu Gamers. And if you want to check it out on Complexity Gaming, you can do that as well. We've got our coverage portal going for complexitygaming.com covering Han as well as StarCraft 2, as our players are taking on the tournaments at Dreamhack Summer 2013. But guys, we'll be back in about 30 minutes with more Dreamhack Summer coverage with Beef, Sender, and Colecast.